I never like to make videos like this, but I have to say something. Last night, the wrestling world, and the world in general, found out about the untimely passing of William Moody. And for those of you that don't know who I'm referring to, he has been known by many things and has had many different faces in his career. Percival Pringle III, and all the fans know him now as The Undertaker's manager, Paul Bearer. And I was a big fan of William Moody's work. I remember watching him blonde-haired in World Class. I remember when he debuted in the WWF as Paul Bearer. Of course, for those of you that are Undertaker fans, you know that at Survivor Series 1990, Brother Love is the one who originally brought The Undertaker to the WWF. And he was the mystery partner on the $1 Million Team against the Dream Team, which is Dusty Rhodes' team. And he was originally called Kane the Undertaker. Well, soon after that, Bruce Pritchard, who of course was Brother Love, they did away with him via the Ultimate Warrior, getting rid of him. And he pretty much never came back on television again, except for a few sporadic appearances many, many years down the road. The character of Paul Bearer was created, and created by William Moody, who was a very crucial manager in World Class Championship Wrestling. And he dyed his hair jet black and created a character of a demented Paul Bearer named, ironically enough, Paul Bearer. Now, in 1996, of course, he ended up turning on The Undertaker, siding with Mankind. And when Mankind was feuding with The Undertaker and the brilliant feud they had, Foley and Undertaker had tremendous chemistry together. And then after that, of course, he was partially the reason why Kane showed up, which of course was the illegitimate son of Paul Bearer. There was a storyline and everything. And of course, pretty much Bearer was a cornerstone of the storyline between Undertaker and Kane. And pretty much, he departed the WWE, and he was pretty much, I'm sorry, is this hard to talk about? He undergoed, that's not even a word, but he had gastric bypass surgery because he was morbidly obese. Apparently, after that, he spent a lot of the time after he left the WWE working on the indies. And made sporadic appearances. He returned to WrestleMania 20 in 2004 to manage The Undertaker, who was no longer Biker Mark anymore. He was back to being the dead man again. And of course, the storyline with Edge and Kane, which was interesting anyway. So, I'm going to read this verbatim from WWE.com, and WWE is saddened to learn of the passing of William Moody, aka Paul Bearer. Moody made his WWE debut in 1991 as the manager of The Undertaker and went on to become a memorable part of WWE over the course of the next 20 years. Our deepest condolences go out to Moody's family, friends, and fans. Well said, WWE.com. So, rest in peace, William Moody. You will be missed. And I hate to continue to be on a bad note, and on a sour note, and an unhappy note, but I just found out that Valerie Harper, who everyone knows as Rhoda Morgenstern from one of my personal favorite television shows of all time, The Mary Tyler Moore Show, has been diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. So they're saying that the 73-year-old actress may only have about 3 months to live. And so it's really a sad state of affairs right now, to be totally honest. I mean, you go back to Paul Bearer. Apparently, recently, he's been canceling independent dates because he wasn't feeling very well. And, of course, Bearer did work as Vader's manager during one of those PWS super shows they have. And I did not see him at the show. I don't know what his appearance was. I don't know about what his demeanor was that night. But he did work as a manager for Vader. And I remember the interviews I've heard over the years like the interviews with the O Show and all the wrestling podcasts I follow, and the fact that William Moody really could tell a story. And it's really sad, honestly. And as well, I mean, I love the Mary Tyler Moore Show. I thought it was incredible. It was a really funny show, really well done, and it sucks to hear about Valerie Harper as well. So I hate to start off on such a sour note, but sometimes life just gets in the way. It just does. And my condolences to their families, and I am deeply saddened, to say the least. So. But I guess time goes on, life goes on, things move in a different direction. And we're not going to talk about anything recently. We're not going to talk about wrestling anymore and anything like that today. This is basically just I guess it's a solemn video, to be totally honest. You guys may like it, you may not. I don't really care, honestly. I just had to get this off my chest. And it sucks. It sucks for the family of William Moody, and obviously the family and friends of Valerie Harper. And I just had to put my 2 cents in. Whether you want it or not, I don't really care. I'm just, I had to say something. I was a huge Paul Bearer fan, and to be totally honest, I still enjoy impersonating him. Like, I'm sure everybody in the locker room has tried numerous times to impersonate Paul Bearer. So, that's pretty much my video for tonight. Some changes are coming to the channel soon. Actually, stay tuned. There's some interesting time afoot, to be totally honest. I'm actually going to take this in a different direction. We might be becoming something a lot more than just a regular YouTube channel. So I'll figure out that as we get along. I've got a couple things in mind I want to talk about somewhere down the road, but the time is not tonight. I might talk about it tomorrow. It's a very good possibility, but there's a lot of things still needed to be figured out before I do that. But in memory of the late, great William Moody, I just had to say, thank you for everything that you've given us throughout the years, all the entertainment. Thank you for all the promos. Oh my God, the amazing promos that Percy Bringle cut in World Class, and everything that he did as Paul Bearer. Just brilliant man, brilliant talent, and that's all I got to say about that.